Good day, kapamilya. I'm your kabiyahe, Sonilo Pazata Kamay. Today, I'm excited to take you to the journey to explore the hidden gem of Burungan City. Join me as we unravel the beauty and wonder of the dynamic city that's sure to captivate your heart and soul. Welcome to Burungan City, where everyone's rich corner tells your story and every sunset paint of masterpiece. So let's go to Burungan City. Local human geography. The rise of local identity. The rise of a local identity in Burungan City in Eastern Samar likely stem from a combination of factors unique to a region. This could be include representative of celebration of Eastern Samar district, cultural heritage such as traditional dance, music, and craftsmanship. Additionally, community-driven and natives local governance of efforts and growing sense of pride. The city history is in heritage may contribute to the strength of Burungan, local identity, economic development and project that highlights to the city strength and natural resources could be also play a role of fostering a sense of belonging of identity among its residents. Natural heritage of locality. Suhon or Natural Bridge National Park. The Suhon Cave or Natural Bridge Park is a protected natural area about 84 of hectares and tourist attraction with the Samar Island Natural Park. The natural park features a caves, subterranean rivers and waterfalls, limestone and formation. Think that forest is a nature of stone bridge. It is just a small portion of the Samar Island National Park coverage. The province namely North Samar or Eastern Samar and Samar forming Western Samar. The entire area is a 455,700 hectares, home of various wildlife, rivers and cave connections. It is located in Barangay Gurang North and has already expanded 40 hectares, first established on Shatta Natural Bridge Natural Park in 1934. It has been renamed as a Suhon Cave or Natural Park and finally to has Suhon Cave and Natural Bridge. Next is Kabiga Cave or Protected Landscape. The Kabiga Cave system is a Samar and Island Natural Park and declared as a protected cave of the biodiversity area with class a cave classification. This means that the cave system is only open experiences of cavers of guide education tours thereby protecting and the further human disturbance and explanation. However, there is exciting conversation of measuring specific for these species. Future of conservation action should be include habitat management and strong implementation and enforcement of the laws under National Integrated Protected Area System. This piece is the date of poor and research gaps include population size and trend of life history and economy, legislation and other major threats of species. Next is Dance Festival of Burungan City. First is Homonon Landing. In March 16, Homon is an Eastern Samar reenactment of discovery of the Philippines in 1521 by Ferdinand Magellan. The town is a galleon celebration of first landing of Ferdinand Magellan in the province of Eastern Samar or Burungan, practically in the island of Homon. This festival is a tribute of Ferdinand Magellan who discovered the Philippines both in the mystical or fame of country with rich natural resources and exotic but hospitable people. Next is Karayapan Festival on March when Eastern Samar, a colorful festival depicting how the early grand of town folk enjoy the natural bounties of rich marine life, fertile land and verdant forest. It's also giving to the patrons Blessed Virgin Mother. Karayapan is an old Wari-Waray word which broadly means for all and closely related to concept of community. Karayapan Festival is a colorful festival depicting how the early Golion townsfolk fertile land and verdant forest. It's also a thanksgiving to our patrons and Blessed Virgin Mary. This festival usually features a street dancing parade by groups from the primary and secondary schools of Guan. The parade ends the town plaza where the various groups and complete the trophy and cash prize. Usually this occurs in March. However, this schedule was changed to December in line with the Festa of Immaculada Concepcion. Long on September 7, a mythical presentation of how the image of the Blessed Virgin was mysteriously transported to Burungan from Portugal and its connection to the Lady and White who visited a Hammurabi spring and cast its water to maculate his hill. The locals. Padalong festival comes from word padalong, which in the Waray language means deliver or transfer. As a how Nuestra Senora de la Teva become the patroness of Burungan during Spanish rule, and according to the tale, a woman with a box in lodge is given accommodation in a Portuguese ship heading toward Philippines archipelago, and suddenly she died in the sea of voyage. Song and music. The Victoria song composed in Barrio Buenavista, Dolores. During the Second World War, the lack of Philippine currency bills was met by the issue of free summer and other emergency notes, sometimes by the Filipino colonialists or themselves. Because the Istahanos tended not accepting Japanese money, which they called monkey mouse, worthless as the were. But when Jane MacArthur landed in Leyden in 1944, he brought with him new bills marked a victory bill. That came for the northern towns, Eastern Samar and Quindon, while still in the evacuation phase in Sitio Vigo. So next is ritual and ceremonies. First is Sarok Festival. This festival celebrates the culture of heritage of Burungan City. It typically features a street dance, colorful costume, and traditional music. The highlights of the festival is the Sarok dance, where participants showcase their skills and balancing pose or Sarok on their heads while dancing. Next is Sugat. Sugat is a traditional Eastern Sunday dawn ritual and reacts the meeting of the involved position, dramatization, and religion. Rites symbolize the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Next is lectures and symposiums of Burungan City. Often the host of lecture and symposiums that environmental conservation, these events aim to educate and raise awareness among the local and visitors alike. Next is Feast of San Jose de Borongan. San Jose de Borongan is the city of patron saint and his feast day. Celebrated on May 1st, it's marked with a religious processions, church and service, and cultural performance. Next is Araw ng Burungan. The event is a commemorates the founding anniversary of Burungan City, which falls on September 8th and and it typically includes a series of activities such as parades, beauty pageants, and sports competition, and also cultural presentation. Lastly is a Flores de Mayo. Flores de Mayo is also known as a Flores of May. It's a month-long celebration in honor of Blessed Virgin Mary. It involves daily religious activities include the offering of flowers, prayers, and processions. Next is the language, poetry, lecture, and documents of Burungan City. Waray language. The Waray language is spoken widely in Burungan City and the surrounding area of Eastern Samar. It is known for its distinguished vocabulary, grammar, and phonology. Many local literary works, poems, and documents are written in Waray. Next is Waray literature. Waray literature encompasses the various of forms of oral and written expression, include the folk tales, legends, mythics, and epics. These stories often reflect of beliefs and values of culture, identity of the Waray people. Notable literary figures from Eastern Visayas have contributed significantly to the preservation of promotion of Waray literature. Is poetry. Poetry holds a special place in the culture of landscape of Burungan City. Traditional Waray poetry forms include the balak or poems, ambahan or lyrics verse, and tanaga or quatrain. These poetic or forms are often used to express emotion, convey moral lesson, or celebration of cultural events and traditions. Next is documents and records. Burungan City maintains a various documents and records that document of history, culture, and governance. These include official government's publication, historical achievement, archives, and local community records. The document just as a municipal ordinances, historical accounts, and cultural heritage materials and contribute to preserving the city of identity and heritage of Burungan City. Lastly is contemporary literature. In addition to the tradition of forms of literature, Burungan City also sees the emergences of contemporary literary works by local writers and poets. These may include the modern poetry, short stories, novels, and essays that address the contemporary issue, social social realities, and personal experience. Next is local cuisine. Binagol. Binagol is pure delicacy in Burungan City. It's made from fermented taro, other ingredients that mixture in the place inside the coconut shell and steamed until it cooked. Binagol has a sweet and creamy taste in making its favorite snacks or dessert among the locals or visitors. Next is tinagak. Tinagak is a traditional dish in Burungan City made from fermented coconut mix with the sugar and wrapped with banana leaves, and it's grilled of roasted over charcoal until the coconut turns golden brown. Tinagak has a unique smoky flavor and it's enjoyed as snacks or dessert. This is balaw balaw. Balaw balaw is a fermented shrimp paste commonly used as a condiment in Burungan City. It is made by fermenting the small shrimp with salt and other species. Balaw balaw adds a savory and umami flavor to the various dishes and other paired with grilled or fried seafood. Next is kinilaw. Kinilaw is a popular Filipino dish that also enjoyed in the Burungan City. It is a type of ceviche made from raw fish or seafood marinade and vinegar, calamansi, juice, onions, ginger, and chili. The acidity of the marinade or cooks the fish result in a refreshing and taji dish. Next is pinaupong manok. Pinaupong manok, also known as a sitting chicken, is unique dish from Burungan City. It involves the cooking of whole chicken shuffled with various herbs and spices while sitting on a bed of salt. The salt helps to evenly distribute the heat, resulting to tender of flavor of the chicken. Next is beliefs, healing, art, secret knowledge. Local beliefs and traditional of Burungan City. We have traditional beliefs and practices passed down through generation, often intertwined with Catholicism due to the strong influence of Spanish colonization. These beliefs may include superstition rituals and ceremonies related to events like birthdays, weddings, and funerals. Next is healing arts and traditional medicine. Like many areas in the Philippines, Burungan City may have traditional healers or hilot who practice alternative forms of medicine based on the indigenous knowledge of herbal remedies. These healers often as massage, herbal treatment, and spiritual rituals to address the physical and spiritual alignments. Next is folklore and mythology. Burungan City likely has its own rich folklore and mythology, featuring the stories of mythical creatures, legends, and local heroes, and explanation for natural phenomena. These stories often serve to explain cultural practices, natural landmarks, and historical events. Next is secret knowledge or practices. Some communities may have secret or esoteric knowledge passed down through select individuals or families. These could include specialized skills, hidden rituals, or knowledge of sacred place that are not widely shared with outsiders. Next is spiritual practices and rituals. Burungan City may have unique spiritual practices and rituals related to animistic beliefs, ancestor with a veneration or syncretic forms of worship that blend to indigenous traditional with Catholicism. Next is environmental wisdom. Given its natural surrounding, Burungan City may possess local knowledge and practices related to sustainable living, ecological conservation, and harmonious interaction with environment. Next is distinguishes personalities and locality. Oylalio or Yuli or Diaz, a former congressman as a governor of East Burungan or Eastern Samar, known for his dedication to public service and advocacy for development project and province. Next are Marcelo Adorco Carino, a respected educator, writer, has contributed to significant of Eastern Samar culture, heritage, through literary works and promotion of variety language and literature. Next is Carmen A. Menchaca, a pioneering woman or leader is on Eastern Samar. Menchaca, the server of a municipal mayor and province board member, advocating the women's rights and community. It is Ricardo Cardinal Vidal. While not a native or Eastern Samar, Vidal served as a bishop of Burungan before become a Archbishop of Cebu and half a cardinal of Catholic Church. He played a crucial role in promoting pace of social justice in the region. Next is Salvador B. Escudero, III, a former congressman and government official known for his efforts to improve the healthcare, education, and structure of Eastern Samar. Next is Cristita or Nene Pasaporte Romualdez, a respected educator and community leader who has dedicated her life for promoting education, empowering the women and youth of Eastern Samar. These individuals have made significant contribution to the development of Eastern Samar of Borongan culture, educators, governance, and community welfare. Next is local history of Borongan. Humonon Islands located in Borongan City, Eastern Samar holds a great historical significance as it's believed to be the place of where Portuguese or explorer Ferdinand Magellan first set foot the Philippines. These small islands played a pivotal role in the shaping of the country, history, and its most visited destination for those interested of exploring Eastern Samar historical sites. When Ferdinand Magellan arrived on Homanon Islands on March 16, 1521, he and his crew were warmly welcomed by indigenous people. This historic event marked a beginning of Spanish colonial rule in the Philippines and the introduction of Christianity. To this day, visitors can immerse themselves in the rich history of Homanon. This island offers various tours and guide of excursions that allow the travelers to explore its historical sites or learn more about Magellan's landing, its subsequent of impact on the country. Borongan was just a small town but in 1600 and was called as Agiburungan. It was called its present name due to the heavy fog that usually covered with the place. Borongan developed because of the help of the religion missions established by the Jesuits of during 1604 or 1768 and the Franciscans from 1768 to 1868. During the Philippine Revolution, Borongan serves as the site of the uprising of the Pulahanes. Public officials were also appointed and the place of was called in a president and vice president. Next is physical geography. Building heritage. First is Cathedral of Nativity of Our Lady. This is one of the prominent landmarks in Borongan City, featuring the Spanish colonial agriculture and serving as a center of religious and cultural significance. Next is Borongan Municipal Hall. As the seat of local government, the Municipal Hall often reflects of agricultural style of its era and may hold historical significances. Next is Old Spanish Era House. Like many cities and towns of the Philippines, Borongan may have preserved some of Spanish era house that showcase the traditional Filipino Spanish architecture influences. Next is school and university. The Educational Institute of Borongan may have buildings with historical architectural significance as Eastern Samar University or other local schools. Next is historical landmark. Borongan City may have other historical landmarks such as monuments, parks, and heritage sites comparable to the importance of events or figures in the city history of Borongan City. Is movable heritage. There are 6 movable heritage: religious artifacts, cultural artifacts, historical documents. Next is mobile exhibitions. Next is festival paraphernalia. You see in the picture that is the movable heritage of Borongan City. Next is local technology. Community-based solution. Local organizations and community groups may develop technology solution to address the pressing issue with a Borongan City, such as environmental conservation, disaster preparedness, or access to healthcare. Next is agricultural innovation. Given the importance of agriculture in a region, there could be efforts to develop and implement the technology solution to improve the crop yields, soil management, or irrigation of system. Next is government service. The local governments of Borongan City may have implemented digital solution to improve the service delivery, such as online platforms for citizen engagements and electronic payment for systems, or digital record keeping the educational technology. Schools and educational institutes in Burungan City may be integrated the technology into the teaching and learning process, such as learning platforms, educational apps, or digital libraries. Lastly, small business and entrepreneurship. Local entrepreneurship and startups in Burungan City may be leveraging the technology to innovate in various sectors such as e-commerce, tourism, and artisanal crafts. And that is the Burungan City and a place of beauty and heritages. So goodbye and see you.